Hi, you guys. I'm Summer with my Simply Perfect events. If you didn't already know. Okay, it's engagement season and we need to get ready. Okay, ladies? um, from around Thanksgiving until the middle of February is known as engagement season. 40% of all engagements happen during this time. You know, people get Christmas bonuses or holiday bonuses. It's end of year, they have a little bit more money, they're just happier, they're with their families, whatever else it is. This is just when it happens, okay? And I'm sure, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, you have seen everybody on every social media outlet that there is, announcing their engagement. So, here are a couple tips that I have, a little bit of advice. Some of these things are pet peeves, but we're going to work through it, okay? So, my first tip to the ladies is get your nails done, okay? Just keep your nails up. Like, you don't want to sit up there. You don't want to be so upset. Well, it's not that you're going to be, hopefully you won't be upset about your nails, if you just got engaged. But, everybody wants the picture with their hand out, and they're, it's blurry in the background and it's just their hand in the ring. Everybody wants that picture. I mean, most people want that picture, okay? And if you're one of those people, keep your nails up. I have my nails up all the time. It's part of the profession, But just get your nails done for a couple months. It's not going to kill you. You may actually like it. And what's the saying? You have to stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared, or whatever it is, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. The other tip is let him surprise you. Okay? Let him surprise you guys. Like, there's so many engagements that have been, or proposals that have been ruined, because the bride just won't, or the girlfriend, whatever, just won't let it happen. It's like around every corner. Obviously, every fancy dinner, every unplanned fancy dinner, every, vacation after a certain mark, you're kind of like, where's the ring? Where's the ring? You know what I mean? Like, everyone, all your friends are checking your Facebook status after that fancy random dinner that, to see if you're engaged yet, and but just let it happen. Let it happen, okay? If you guys go out to dinner and he decides, hey, let's go on a walk, just go on the walk. Okay? you, you don't need to let him know that your feet hurt or that it's cold, because there might be a ring at the end of that path. Okay? And he's probably already wanting to throw up everywhere. He's sweating, he's nervous. He probably can't even form a full sentence because he's so nervous because this ring is burning a hole in his pocket, like just make it a little easier for him. Just go on the walk. And if there isn't a ring at the end of that walk, then you just went on a walk, okay? It's not the end of the world. Also, if you happen to see an email from a jeweler, or, from his mother, from someone referencing the proposal, let it go. First of all, don't snoop. Okay, don't try not to ruin your own surprise. And if you're snooping, you probably don't need to be getting married anyway to this person, but that's a side note. Anyway, don't snoop, and if you just so happen to see something, be like Elsa. Let it go. Don't ever talk about it. Let it go. Let it happen. At least you know he has a ring, okay? It's going to happen eventually. Just let it happen, okay? Another thing is, so obviously you're going to want to talk about the wedding. You've probably already planned your whole wedding on Pinterest. You know what I mean? Or your whole phone is full of Instagram screenshots, and you're like, I want this, I want that, I want this. Give him 50 feet. Okay? Don't start talking wedding dates when he's still down on his knee. You know what I mean? You're like, yes, okay, let's, May 21st, let's do it. Just give him a little bit of time, and maybe a week. I think a week would suffice, because obviously you don't want to wait forever to talk about it. And okay, so here is the tip for the best friends or the girlfriends that the boyfriend is going to call, because guys always call. They always want some help, whatever else it is. Number one pet peeve. Ladies, if you know that your girl is about to get engaged, don't have her looking at like she just did the walk of shame, okay? Her hair needs to be done. Not like she has to go to a salon, but okay, most girls understand this, okay? And look the other way if you don't. Sometimes you can not wash your hair for 5 days, I can definitely go 5 days. But on the 5th day, my hair is up in a messy bun, and I can get away with it if I'm, going to grab coffee or, whatever. I don't want to get engaged with 5-day-old hair. You know what I mean? Like, I want my hair to look fresh. Like, I want to look like I got something going on. You know what I mean? So, come up with a lie. Come up with anything. Because if your girl thinks she's just going to run out and grab coffee with you or just, grab a quick dinner or whatever else it is, she may not look her best. Okay? And everybody wants to look their best when they get engaged. There is nothing worse. I mean, okay. There are many things that are worse. I'm in tune with what's happening in the world. But in the wedding world, there aren't many things that are worse than having engagement pictures where the guy is like, like a fresh cut and, he has a tux on and he's looking clean and the girl has like no makeup on and her hair is like, and she, she's wearing like jeans and a messy t-shirt. Like, just make sure she looks like something. Like, to me, that is so jacked up. I'm like, maybe a guy wouldn't think of this, obviously. He may not think of a lie, like, hey, let's go to a really fancy dinner, whatever. He may not think of something to make her get dressed or whatever. But you all know, So it's your fault if your girl shows up to her proposal looking like who did it and what for, okay? Okay. Now, here's a tip for the guys. Whatever, it doesn't have to be elaborate. Obviously, your girl. You know what I mean? Like, none of this applies if your girl is private and it's going to be just the two of you in your apartment. You know what I mean? Or you just, this obviously doesn't apply. But if this does apply to you, make sure that you come up with a good lie and stick to it. Okay? You have to marry that lie. So, come up with a lie. Okay, perfect example. Don't say, oh, I'm going to go hang out with your best friend's boyfriend. And then don't tell the best friend or the boyfriend that this is what you told her. Because if she happens to call her best friend and says, oh, hey, how's Charles? Or Charles and Henry going out to to the bar, whatever, and she goes, oh, Charles isn't here. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Just be smart. Be smart about it. Anyway, come up with your lie and stick to the lie, no matter how long you have to stick to it. And all parties involved need to be in on the lie, okay? That's the first tip for you guys. The second tip, I don't care what you do. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're outside and maybe it's muddy. Get on your knee, okay? Like, just get on your knee. Help her not have to, navigate the judgmental stares and the judgmental looks, because everybody wants to know. Everyone's like, oh my God, how did he do it? And if you're like, well, we were here and da-da-da, everyone's like waiting to hear, and then he got down on his knee and I said yes. Again, I'm sure some of you guys are rolling your eyes at this, but we all know, okay? Get on your knee. There's a friend of mine, her fiance, well, I mean, it's her husband now, obviously, but they were in the car and the ring was like burning a hole in his pocket, and he had picked it up anyway, he met the jeweler at a gas station and it was total last minute thing. And so he made up some reason why they had to go to the gas station, got the ring, and he had it in his pocket. And he wasn't going to propose for a while, and he just could not handle it. He just had to do it, So they pulled over and they were like window shopping. They were looking at some chairs in a window, and he just starts telling her how much he loves her and how he wants to spend the rest of his life with her and blah, 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 blah. And then he starts awkwardly moving around in the car because he needed to get down on his knee. And he got down on his knee in the car because he was like, I didn't want you to have to field all of the judgment. Okay. It was nice and it was sweet. And, this is what some girls dream of. I know not every girl dreams of this, and I know that this may seem superficial, and don't let anyone tell you that this is superficial, because it's not. You're going to be happy at the end, okay? You're going to be happy that you had your nails done. You're going to be happy that you looked like something when you got engaged, and you're going to be happy that you got on one knee, okay? So, once again, it's engagement season. Be ready, guys. All right, talk to you soon, and good luck.